The theme our group is focusing on is theme 7, which takes a look at culture and society. Specifically, national, regional, and group cultures and their development and change, as well as culture shaping government policies and the economy. Period 1 spans the years 1492 to 1607, and during these years there is a blending of indigenous and European cultures and exploration driven in part by religion. Period 2 goes into the years 1607 through 1754. This period has a focus around New England life based around Puritan religion, the racial caste system, which is solidified in the South, and the First Great Awakening. Period 3 encompasses the years 1754 through 1800. This period looks into the influence of the Enlightenment thought on the Revolution and women's roles in the Revolution while still not considered citizens. Period 4 continues through the years 1800 through 1848, and this focuses on the Second Great Awakening, reform movements such as abolition, temperance, women's suffrage, and prison, and the cult of domesticity. Period 5 begins in the year 1844 and continues through 1877. In these years, there is an emergence of ideological defenses of slavery and militant abolitionism, millennial religious movements, and nativists, of which immigrants. Continuing into period 6, which focuses on the years 1865 through 1898, there is an emergence of social Darwinism, which is the belief that some people, and lastly, period 7, which looks into the years 1890 through 1945. The events of this period include backlash to minorities and immigrants, especially with the emergence of the lost generation. With each of these periods, we will go through and address 3 continuities and 3 changes. And I will start with period 1, looking at continuities and changes within key concept 1.1. A continuity within early America is a characteristic of nomadic or mobile tribes. Most early tribes were nomadic, but with the developments in agriculture, certain tribes began to settle, although there was also many tribes that kept this nomadic lifestyle in response to the aridity of the Great Basin. There was an inclination amongst Native Americans to re-domesticate the wild mustangs and domesticate the wild bison in the Great Plains. The idea of a hunter-gatherer nomadic tribe was something consistent through early America, and despite the settling of farming societies, remained a suitable approach to living in these early years. A major shift in early America was the shift from largely nomadic tribes to settled domesticated societies. With agricultural developments such as irrigation, societies were able to settle in one place and gain subsistence from cultivating crops such as maize, beans, and squash. With settling came the development of complex societies and technological advancements. Developments of the complex societies included the concept of zero, astrology, and pyramids. Clearly, this time proves to show a major cultural shift that influenced the amazing developments of early American tribes. Continuing into key concept 1.2, a continuation of competition for global dominance was a prevalent theme starting in 1492 with a Spanish voyage led by Christopher Columbus, and continued through 1607 with the success of the English colony of Jamestown. European encouragement for global dominance was the spread of religion. A common phrase used in this era is gold, God, and glory. And this phrase encompasses the 3 main purposes for global dominance. By including God in this phrase, it shows that powerful countries encouraged voyages to find new land in order to convert more individuals to their faith. The American continent experienced a shift in culture once European colonies began to form. With European culture becoming dominant, Native peoples were forced to value Catholicism, caste divisions, and patriarchy. Many Native American colonies were impacted by this shift, causing constant contention and rivalry between the 2 groups. The European settlements had the upper hand in this rivalry, in part due to their advanced technology and weaponry, but mainly due to the widespread death caused by disease spread among Native American societies. The spread of religion across the Columbian Exchange continued throughout 1492 to 1607 as European countries expanded their boundaries to reach the New World and claim land while still available. The Columbian Exchange was the route in which many crops, diseases, slaves, and beliefs were exchanged amongst the colonies. Europe, and Africa. Religion taking the route on the Columbian Exchange was the result of many religious-led voyages, but one example being the Spanish mission system as a means of spreading Catholicism. By bringing religion to the colonies, European countries hoped to convert the Native Americans and fasten their footholds on American soil. By introducing Spanish colonists into America, a caste system began to form in the years 1492 to 1607. With some Spaniards mixing with natives, a racial hierarchy developed within the colonies, with Europeans at the top, followed by mestizos, which is mixed European and native blood, followed by Zambos, which is mixed African and Native American, and full-blooded Africans at the bottom. This system was completely new as it had never been seen in the pre-Columbian era. The mixing of Europeans and native-borns is what makes this hierarchy unique.
Okay, so a continuity that happened during the period too, which lasted from 1607 to 1754, was the New English colonization effort attracted many British migrants as well as other European migration, all of the wish of economic prosperity, religion, freedom, and improving living conditions. Jamestown was one of the first settlements in the Americas. The Spanish, French, and Dutch and British have different imperial goals involving land and labor that shape the society development of their colonies. Some colonizers, like the French and Dutch effort, involved intermarriage with American Indians to build economy and diplomatic relationship. However, the Spanish effort to attract wealth from the land led them to develop institutions based on controlling native population, convert them to Christianity.